We made out late last night.
It's down on the side markers. Crossed over to the other. Dude, I'm trying to film. Come on, guy.
The Bronco did good.
Alright, so we just got a new trailer. Flatbed trailer. 16 footer, dual axle. Because we're going to be obviously moving all our stuff out to Arizona. I'm at my parents' house right now. This is the only really storage or place I could park the trailer temporarily until we're out to the property full time. So what I'm doing today is I'm replacing all the lights, all the wiring. These were just, you know, the older school, just the bulb brake lights. And then I've already started pulling some of the wire. Kind of already got a head start on some stuff. Just a little eager to get this done and over with. But yeah, this actual brake light on this side was very, very dim. Could barely see out of it. It was just bad. And then underneath I noticed a lot of wires just kind of hanging loose, and they were just crimped together. And then one of the turning side amber lights was broken, not even working. And so I just decided to buy a whole new trailer light kit. So this is pretty much the kit right here. New wiring harness for the trailer, license plate bracket. This is for the part that goes to the vehicle. It came with a tail light bar, I guess, an amber bar. Brake lights, side markers, running lights, smaller red brake lights as well. The other side, this one has the white light for the license plate underneath it. And then it came with, this is kind of cool, it came with butt connectors. I believe these are like the heat shrink style butt connectors. So that's kind of nice. And just some mounting hardware, some clips, screws, wire ties. I don't like these little wire ties. I like to either solder, do an actual solder, or a good butt connector. Also came with a simple wiring diagram, which is obviously helpful. So this was just a whole kit. I believe it was around like $35, something like that, on Amazon. So not too bad. I need to kind of still figure out where I'm going to put some of these side lights. I do want a lot of lighting on it, just because I'm going to do, you know, from here in California to our property is a 6-hour drive. I just want the trailer to be visible as best as possible. In addition, I bought additional amber lights. I wanted quite a few yellow lights and additional blinker lights. So these tail lights will also flash when you have your blinker on, but I want additional yellow blinking lights just on that short trip when I actually picked up the trailer. People are just kind of fucking rude on the street, you know. You're over there trying to switch lanes and they just don't want to let you in. They don't want to do nothing. I don't know if it's just they don't see these old lights or they just don't care. I don't know, but I'm gonna put additional lights. so everyone can see what I'm trying to do. At least that's the idea. But overall, it's a pretty good trailer. You know, it's used, obviously. It's got some rusted spots, but for the most part, it's pretty good condition. It's not much to it. It's just angle iron and square tubing. It came with a spare tire that I additionally need to mount a little better because it's kind of flopping around. I actually want to relocate it. I don't want it right there. I want to move it to the front. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to remove the existing stuff. And yeah, we got the crew here. We got Ashley over there. It's okay. Get to work. Okay, so I got one tail light mounted. The only thing different I did is I actually drilled a hole through the bracket to let the wires go through, and they're going to be ran through and then down this square tubing, which before there wasn't a light. They just kind of wrapped the cord underneath and then up and over, and I don't like that. Another thing I really don't like is just drilling a hole and not using these rubber grommets, because then you get chafing on the wires, and also I would really like to run, you know, like a heat shrink protection over it and additional stuff, but I don't know if I'm gonna go that far to do all that on this. As long as it's secured, it should be okay. And then additionally, so the lights, they came with just a nut, but I added a washer and lock washer to it just to help, you know, so the nuts don't come off with all the vibration of bouncing and driving around. So yeah, this is the other side. Right here, you can see there's just the two holes for the two bolts right here. I'm gonna drill the third hole for the wires to go through and insert the wires, and then eventually I'm gonna be running all these amber lights. I think I'm gonna put them right here, just down low, down in here. Again, I'll just drill a hole, poke the wires through, and then just run the rest of the wires underneath. Everything was mounted underneath. So I'm just gonna work on getting everything mounted, all the wires hanging, everything mounted in its location, and then start connecting all the wires and doing all that. So I'll film more as I do more. Okay. Right. Got Ashley here installing one of the side markers. We're able to get him in. A little bit of a headache trying to figure out proper hardware. But you can see we got some yellow amber lights. So we're just getting everything mounted right now, so then we can then run all the electrical. So got this tail light in, license plate back on. I added a small amber right there, so I'm gonna have this one be a blinker tied into that blinker. It's also the, you know, brake running light, does all of that. And then I think I'm gonna do every other one. This one will probably be a running light. This will be another blinker, and then we're gonna do the same over here. You can just see, like, I got them just chilling right there. So a lot of little holes to drill, mounting it. Ashley's getting some practice in with some power tools. A little bit of a tight squeeze on this side, but it's alright, so we got some progress done. All the amber lights are ran and mounted. Ashley did a good job mounting all the lights. You can kind of see them on this side. So they're all mounted, and then underneath, oh, I kind of just put these, I'm not even quite sure what these are called, specific name for these, but I had a bunch of them, so I'm just going to use these. The way they did it before is they just stapled the wire to the wood right here, which I don't know, I didn't really like it. I don't have a staple gun, so I didn't want to do that. So we ran it like this. The way they had it, they had both wires going all the way back, and then they crossed over to the other. Look at this guy. Dude, I'm trying to film. Come on, guy. They had the wire going all the way over and then crossing over to get to the passenger brake light on that side. Since I have lights, obviously, like right here, there's one right there. I'm bringing this one over right here so I could tap into it for these two lights, and then all the rest of the lights going on this side of the trailer. So I have it going right here. And I think I'm gonna go in here and just put a zip tie through here just to secure it even nice and even more tight, just right in there. But you know, I had to come in here and drill new holes to eventually run the wires through there. I have one of these little mounts right there. I drilled a hole through this part of the frame. I'm going to cut over, come through this hole, and then tap into this wire right here. So it's not done yet. Still a little bit more to do, but I'd say it's about 60% done so far. That's it for now.
Right. So we made it. We made out late last night with the flatbed trailer. Everything went fine. No issues, really. Now I'm kind of new, I guess, to pulling trailers. You know, I've done it a few times, but I've never owned a trailer, any kind of trailer. And this is the first run with this trailer. Obviously, we were just installing lights and we just picked it up. And we did just a very small, light load of stuff, just to kind of test it, take a test run, pretty much. Yeah, found out a few things. Right off the bat, I think down here it's a little too low. We keep scraping the little jack part down here. You know, this thing too, you know, you put the wheel on it, or you jack it up, take the trailer off the hitch there. That thing keeps scraping. As you can see, the truck sits low, and now the trailer sits low, so I need to readjust the hitch, make it higher up. I don't know, flip it around, or I gotta mess with it a little bit, get it kind of higher up. And then I think I'm gonna get rid of that jack and do a side mounted jack right here, you know, so the one that you just unhitch and it flips up like that, instead of one that's just hard mounted right there, because yeah, this thing keeps scraping. Even on driveways, it's just been scraping, it's all bent. So that already, I need to fix that. Wasn't a fan of that. Towing in general was fine, Bronco did well. But so I've been trying to mess with the steering on the Bronco. The steering is very, it's old. It's a 94 Ford Bronco, and steering is just very loose. There's a lot of play in the steering wheel, a lot of counter steering, just as driving normal. And now having, this is a 16-foot trailer with just a light load. This thing was swaying a little bit. Even though it's dual axle, it was still kind of swaying. And I noticed it mainly when I'm going downhill. Going downhill, slowing down, not even like stepping on the brakes really, but just, just coasting, I guess. The truck would just want to sway back and forth. So I think I'm going to do a kind of, I guess, like a sway bar, or I'm not sure what the exact name of the part is, but I want to say a sway bar or some kind of a stabilizer or something like that. I know that they make them. See if that helps, and possibly trailer brakes, because this thing does not have trailer brakes. It's just, just regular. So that will probably help with the swaying and the slowing down part of it, because that was a little bit sketchy. But we pulled an all-nighter. Me and Ashley pulled an all-nighter. We got off work, grabbed the trailer from my parents' house. I grabbed one of my welders, and then we jammed back to our spot in Long Beach and grabbed a lot of our stuff from there. Well, not a lot, but some of the stuff. I grabbed my rolling toolbox right there, and grabbed my generator and a few other things, just like tables. I got my miter saw. Just grabbed a few things. We just, like I said, we just did a light load. We just wanted to do a test run and stuff. We had some lumber. Look at this guy. He's following me all around, always. But yeah, the lights were nice. That was at least good. People could see the trailer, could see us braking. When we first picked up the trailer, the tail lights, the brake lights, this one on this side was super dull, faded. Could barely see the brake light when you stepped on it, and they were the old school or the traditional, just a bulb. These ones are LED, so a lot brighter. They're better. And then we, added some of the ambers. We added these ones down there. All the ambers along the side. And it's overkill. I know it's overkill. The trailer doesn't need all these lights on them. It's not a massive trailer, but it looked cool. And, when I'm trying to turn, the reason I wanted ambers on this side over here, because it's not normal to put them way over here, is if a car, my thought process was, if a car's right here, I'm trying to get over, they could see more blinkers. They got obviously the truck blinking right there and blinking back here, so people know, hey, I'm trying to merge over, so watch out. And people are actually pretty ruthless. It sucks, man. People are just cutting me off, jumping right in front of me, like they don't really care. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. The Bronco did good. We came out for 4th of July, and we had the Bronco just loaded with, all our camping gear, a bunch of water, all kinds of stuff. And the transmission was getting really, really hot, like concerningly hot. To the point where we had to stop like 3 or 4 times just to let the truck cool down. And that sucks, because I know that we needed to do this. I need to start hauling all of our stuff out here, my tools, all of our things, because we're trying to be here full time. So I need my vehicle capable to bring my stuff out here. So I did a few upgrades to the Bronco. I put a new aluminum radiator in. We did a new aftermarket transmission pan underneath. I'll go underneath, kind of take a look. I don't know if you can see it really. It holds an additional like 6 or 7 quarts of oil. And it's a specialized pan that's kind of like vented, so like the air goes through the pan, helps keep the oil cooler. And I also upgraded the transmission cooler. You kind of see it right there. So aftermarket transmission cooler with a fan on it, just to keep the transmission cool and keep the motor cool. And it seemed to help, but it still got hot. And even though we were driving at nighttime, like middle of the night, driving through like Needles and Bakersfield and all that area, or Barstow, it's really hot. Even at nighttime, it was like 90 something degrees. It's crazy. But it is what it is. But it did good, not flying, it's not a super fast vehicle, but it did the job, and it did it well, and overall pretty happy. But yeah, this is my '94 Bronco. I've done a lot of camping and off-roading in this truck. It's pretty much why I bought it and what I've kind of been building it for. Been doing a bunch of upgrades to it, not restoring it, but just making it capable to go hit some trails and find cool camping spots and stuff like that. I like to do like overlanding and camping and stuff. Yeah. If you guys are at all interested in knowing more about the Bronco, I can do a different video going in depth of what I've done to it, showing some of the upgrades and all of that, if you're interested in older Broncos. So yeah, we're gonna start unloading, moving some of this stuff. But so far, so good. We're happy. Oh, another thing I didn't like, or I'm gonna want to do, is put anchor points. So as you can see, like the straps, like just to hold the stuff down the center. I'm just going to the fender here, going to the edge, or hooking underneath here. So I think I want to put like actual anchor points on the trailer in various spots. Yeah, because I definitely don't like hanging onto the fender like that. And then sometimes these, especially now that I have my lights in here, it's like I don't want to, hit the screw or, fuck that up in any kind of way. So, yeah, I think I'm going to add a bunch of anchor points to the trailer. Just a few things, a few mods. Because, yeah, I don't want all my stuff bouncing around. And every time we stop to get gas, and they just check everything, and things loosen up, they rattle, they come loose. Driving so long, because each trip is like 6-7 hours. So shit's all bouncing around, so I want to anchor things better. So